6 o'clock, we'll call our meeting to order. Sarah, will you do the roll call?
Don Hardy, Linda Barnhart,
Present?
Eric Gall,
Here.
McKenna Norton,
Present.
Tim Lewis,
Present.
Daniel Gant,
Here.
Michael Bush, Ronald Truitt, Troy Barrett, Brandon Franklin.
Here.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Approval of the agenda.
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion that we make a slight change in item 6, public hearings, and move Superior Construction and Hauling forward in the list to follow behind Bridle Creek, and then all others will follow in after. Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Goff, to rearrange the agenda. So we'll take item number 7 and put it in after, item F, and put it in after item B. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that approval. Approval of the meeting minutes.
Move to approve.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Goff to approve the meeting minutes,
Second.
second by Mr. Lewis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Abstain due to absence.
Abstain due to absence.
2 abstentions by Ms. Norton and Mr. Gant. Okay, we have on the agenda Sunshine Law speakers. If you have something that you want to address the commission with that is not on the agenda, not a project on the agenda, this is your opportunity to make those comments known. If you want to speak regarding a particular item that's on the agenda, one of the public hearings, then please wait until that item is called for. Okay, there's no one to speak though, right? Okay. Public hearing A, Bridle Creek.
This public hearing is a request for final plat approval. The project is Bridle Creek Phase 10, lots 604 through 650. The project file is 2506-170. The developer's Panhandle Homes of Berkeley County, and the engineer is Fox & Associates. It's located in the Apecan District, tax map 7, parcel 1. This project's located along the east and west sides of Barrel Race Road at the terminus of Furlong Way within the Bridle Creek subdivision. This phase proposes 47 single-family residential lots on 31 acres to be served by public water and sewer. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $1,253,678.26. Plat to be released upon receipt of surety.
Okay, this is a public hearing. Do we have anyone to represent the project?
Yes, good evening. Steve Sianovich with Fox & Associates, and thank you for addressing that agenda.
Yes. Anyone wish to speak regarding Bridle Creek?
Yes.
Yes, please. State your name, your address, and your comments. Well, just wait till you get up there.
Linda, I need to recuse from this, but stay in the room to keep a quorum.
Okay,
I also need to recuse, but stay to keep quorum.
okay, let the record show. Is that gonna cause a problem? Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Debbie Smithies, SMITH-IES, 621 Barrel Race Road, Berg, West Virginia, 35404.
Thank you.
We are a resident of Bridle Creek, and when we bought the house several years ago, there was a cut through that was going to go down Balmoral and go into this new development. Now I've heard that they're not doing that, and this is causing a big concern both for fire, and we've had an incident where we had ambulances and fire engines come and nobody could get out because there was no other outage to get out of the area.
Okay.
So we need to have it relooked at, that this road is put back in, or I should say is done.
Okay.
But we heard that it's not going to be done, and that is causing a lot of concern.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that all you wish to speak about?
Yes, I have other, you know, say something else.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you, ma'am.
I heard you get a little bit of information on the
Come
EPA.
Come to the microphone, please, because there is recording.
Part of what Debbie just mentioned.
Your name,
Dean Cook, D-O-O-K. You need my address?
Yeah.
577 Barrel Race Road,
Okay,
Martinsburg 25404.
alrighty.
In addition to what Debbie was just saying, we were told that this road was going to be built 3 years ago. They've changed their plans and decided not to build this little road. It's about 100 yards. What we're looking at now is probably a quadruple traffic coming around our way on one road in and one road out. Not only do we have these safety problems that Debbie alluded to, we have all this traffic. And apparently EPA came in, that's what I've heard, and I talked to somebody, and it might have been Mr. Barnhart, a couple months ago, regarding why this road was rejected. It was planned, I have the map here showing you the road on the map, and then it was abandoned. We don't have any information on that. No one has told us anything. We'd like to get some information on it. EPA apparently, and everything's secondhand here, to be honest with you. Nobody's talked to us. EPA apparently came in and found a stream that if they build around the stream, it would cause problems from EPA's perspective. We would just like to get some information on who at EPA said that, what the date was, who we can contact, did anybody put up an argument about it, just what all the facts were concerning that incident that kept this road from being built. And I've tried all afternoon to contact somebody at EPA, and that's practically impossible. We're better off looking for Jimmy Hoffa's body. I just couldn't locate anybody. And I've called a couple of people. I know Bill Stubbsfield, for example, you probably know, and even he couldn't help me. Anyway, that's why I'm here, and hope by the end of this conversation, we can at least get a contact or some information on this whole incident.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Thank you very much.
Anyone else wish to speak regarding Bridle Creek?
Yeah, I'm Roger Key. I live on Quinella Court in Bridle Creek. As they were saying, Balmoral was never completed, which was the second access from this area. All the traffic's being forced on Barrel Race Road. I believe in 2018, they went in and narrowed the road from what they originally were. And you have one road that was completed, I think it was under Section 8, Trivecta Court. And Trivecta was supposed to be connected with Balmoral also. And now you have an 18-foot wide road that goes down to a cul-de-sac. This is not really an adequate road for fire equipment and ambulance equipment, emergency services.
Okay.
And now all that traffic too is coming up on Balmoral or on Barrel Race because Balmoral has never been completed. And now we're hearing about EPA. Well, from the amount of work that they've done, and when they cross this same ravine to get Barrel Race into Section 9 and Section 10, what's the difference between the other place? You know, it just doesn't make sense what they're saying.
Okay.
And also, when they were completing Aristotles, where Balmoral went across, they put an electrical transformer, which would have been in the road, in the middle of the street, Balmoral going over to Trivecta. So it kind of makes me under the impression that there was no intention to do Balmoral. And every time it's come up, they've said, well, it'll be done under Section 8, it'll be done under Section 9, it'll be done under Section 10, and now it's not going to be done at all. I think this adds an awful lot of traffic to that area. I think it adds a lot of traffic on Eagle School Road, especially when school is in. When the people are dropping kids off, they block one lane of the road, and it adds a lot of extra traffic to that road. Thank you.
Thanks. Anyone else wish to speak regarding Bridle Creek?
If there is no one, I'll move to close the public hearing.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Goff to close public hearing,
Second.
second by Mr. Lewis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, public hearing is now closed. Mr. Sionovich, can you answer some of the
Sure.
questions that have been brought up this evening?
Bridle Creek was originally proposed.
You may want to speak a little louder so that they can hear you back
Certainly.
there. Or into the
Bridle
mic.
Creek was originally proposed as a 10-phase subdivision, which it is now. You're looking at the plat for Phase 10. We did permitting on a per-phase basis. When we got to phases 8, 9, and 10, when we did Phase 8, we were working with the Corps of Engineers and the EPA in order to cross streams and impact wetlands in order to access the northeastmost corner of the project site. Under Phase 8, we did propose returns or stub streets of Balmoral that would go from Aristides to Trifecta and then on to Phase 9 of the Bridle Creek subdivision. As we got into the permitting and avoidance and minimization requirements, the EPA asked if we could eliminate 2 stream crossings that would impact waters of the U.S. and non-tidal wetlands. That revision was made, presented to this commission when the preliminary plat for Phase 9 and 10 was approved. I worked with staff. All the information that these folks that wanted to get tonight, all that information is uploaded as a part of the final plat for Bridle Creek Phase 10. The EPA actually issued the developer a consent order where the developer had to do mitigation. He had to pay into a monetary compensation fund. And we had to avoid and minimize impacts of the existing streams and waterways in order to access Phase 9 and 10 of the community. Barrel Race Road, what they said this evening is accurate. Barrel Race Road is one of the main thoroughfares off of Eagle School Road. It cuts right back to the end, into the back of the community. Our intent was to have those connections from Balmoral, but due to state and federal regulations, we weren't able to cross those streams. And again, all that was presented under the preliminary plat that was approved by this project, on this project. I don't have the date, but I'm guessing it was a year or so ago. Laura?
At least a year.
At least a year. And then also this Phase 10 plat is the last plat within Bridle Creek except for the Phase 7 plat, which is townhouses that are very close to Eagle School Road that literally access Barrel Race through the Phase 5 townhouse development. There's 94 lots there. I guess I'm somewhat surprised that these questions came up this evening, given the preliminary plat that was acted upon by this commission, and also that the final plat for Phase 9 was also acted on upon by this commission. My responses would have been the same in either of those meetings, because that is just the requirements of the EPA and DEP and the Corps of Engineers.
Any commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Stianovich?
Steve, I guess I'm going to ask the question again. The gentleman said there was just one way in and one way out. A lot of homes in there.
That's correct.
Is there any chance that another entrance could be made, whether it's further out Eagle School Road or back in through, I don't know if does that connect back over to 901? No?
Oh, no.
No.
I think that would be very difficult. The only connections we made were a water connection to the Princeton Shoals project that's immediately north. But to my knowledge, they didn't entertain any interconnection roadway for obvious reasons. You're absolutely right. It's one way in, one way out. We tried to,
And I would assume that there's constraints then in widening the road to make it more feasible to allow traffic to flow.
Well, Alan Henry normally paves his road shoulders. So the lanes most probably are 18 to 20 feet wide. I don't know if he's completed paving because he hasn't surface paved Phase 6 yet, which is a big chunk of Barrel Race. from section 4 to where the new work is ongoing in section 9. I could certainly talk to Ellen, but I was left the impression he was going to clean up those shoulders and do something with them. Not sure he's going to pave them. Whether he's going to topsoil them, sod them, or leave them stone, I don't know. And I can't speak at the moment about the width of the roadways. These folks said they were 18. 18 would be the minimum. I was left the impression they were 20, but again, I don't have that information with me this evening.
Right, thank you.
Okay, there's like 50 homes back there. Is what's showing here on our file.
Can I see that, Ron?
Yeah.
Is it from your agenda packet?
Yes,
There's 47 in this section.
well, I was thinking 50, but it might be 47.
And then this is phase 9 here.
Okay.
So there's additional lots there. So when you look at the narrowing point
Mhm.
of where you leave barrel race or you leave an intersecting street on barrel race, I don't remember what the count is. I'd have to look at the phase 9 plat, but there are a large number of lots that access via really one road crossing or one stream crossing into the rest of the Bridle Creek community. But again, I don't have the number of lots in phase 10, or phase 9, excuse me. And in phase 10, there are.
Yeah, that does seem like a lot of homes to only have one entrance in and out.
Well, everything would have gone to Barrel Race anyways.
Pardon me?
Barrel Race is the main road.
Yeah.
Everything's over here. The road that they're talking about just connected phase 8 and phase 9. But there was still a connection over here, so everything still would go to Barrel Race to get out.
Oh, okay. So the public hearing's closed, but what is it that you want to say? Yeah.
I'd like to talk to the gentleman after we leave here, so to send this information. I would just like to know if anybody went back to EPA and thought this, if there was some way to work around it, something they could, let's talk about the road side. We're talking about a tremendous amount of traffic, 150 homes, 4 cars per home, going to school, going to work, all coming down Charlie Street. No other way to get in there.
Okay. Well, you can speak to him about that.
I will.
Captain. Any other questions by the commission?
There are no other questions. I make a motion that we accept staff recommendations for final plat approval contingent on receipt of surety in the amount of $1,253,678.26 and said plat to be released upon receipt of surety.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Goff, to accept staff recommendation. And that is to grant final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $1,253,678.26. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So you can talk to Mr. Sianovich.
Thank you.
At the end. Okay, now we're gonna skip over here to Superior Construction, which is F.
This public hearing is a request for waiver. The project is Superior Construction and Hauling, file 2508-242. The developer is Superior Construction and Hauling LLC and the engineer is Fox and Associates. It's located in the Arden District, tax map 5, parcel 58.11. This site's located on the southeast corner of the southern cul-de-sac on Sioux Court, east of Winchester Avenue. The developer is proposing a 6,000 square foot maintenance building with paved parking area for equipment on 2.17 acres to be served by public water and sewer. The developer is requesting a waiver to section 801.1.10 of the subdivision and land development ordinance, which requires all off-street parking areas to be paved. The developers agreed to pave the entrance and public parking area, as well as install a gate to secure the portion of the site that will be gravelled. Based on this agreement, staff recommends approval of the waiver to section 801.1.10, contingent upon the paving of the entrance and public parking area and installation of the gate and closing the gravelled area as being shown on the detailed site plan.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent?
Steve Sianovich, Fox and Associates, representing the project.
Okay. This is a public hearing. If you have questions or comments regarding Superior Construction and Hauling, this is your opportunity to make those known. Please come forward, state your name, your address, and any comments you might have regarding Superior Construction and Hauling.
If there is no one, I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Goff and second by Mr. Gant to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing is now closed. Okay, planning commission members, you have questions or comments regarding Superior Construction?
There are none. I make the motion. We, approve the request for waiver based on staff recommendation that the developer agrees to pay the entrance and public parking area as well as install a gate to secure the portion of the site that will be gravel.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion, Mr. Gant, second by Mr. Goff, to accept staff recommendation, and that is to, grant a approval for the waiver, provided that the parking entrance be paved and a gate provided. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, and thank you again for making the agenda.
Yeah,
less-
well, I hope you feel better. Thank you. Okay, the next public hearing is B, which is Middle Creek Vistas.
This public hearing is a request for final plat approval. The project is Middle Creek Vistas Phase 1, Section 4, lots 14 through 18 and 28 through 32. The file is 2505-135, and the developer is Warfield Homes, Inc. The engineer is Morrison Ritchie Associates. It's located in the Mill Creek District, tax map 7, parcel 3.2. This project's located approximately 2,500 feet south of the intersection of Sailor's Way and Strobridge Road, with Middle Creek running through the middle of the site. The developer is proposing 10 single-family lots on approximately 1.86 acres to be served by public water and sewer. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $78,556.80. Plat to be released upon receipt of surety and developer's agreement.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent Middle Creek Vistas?
Hello, I'm Shannon Delaney with Wolfell Homes, the developer.
Thank you. This is a public hearing for Middle Creek Vistas. If you have questions or comments, please come forward, state your name, your address, and any questions you might have regarding this project.
Good evening, I'm Arthur Tribbs. I'm in 42 Larimar Lane, one of the first houses in the development. No real concerns now, just wondering where I could go to find like the long-term plans for what's going to be happening in the area. It doesn't sound like too much more, but I bought the house because I really liked it and obviously don't want a lot to change or I maybe wouldn't have bought it. So just curious. Thank you.
You want to tell him how he can get in touch with the plat?
Yeah, I mean, you can just give your phone number and you can call me and I can send you a link to it, but I will tell you that these two final plats are the last plats that we have.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so it's just the street.
45 lots. Yeah,
But if you give me your email address or call me, I can send you a link to the,
that'd be
file.
perfect. That's all I want, just curious. Ma'am.
here, I'll just give you my phone number. There you go. Yep, no problem.
Anyone else wish to speak regarding Middle Creek Vistas?
If there is no one else, I move to close public hearing.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Goff, second by Mr. Gant, to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing is now closed. Planning Commission members, how about you? Do you have questions regarding the project?
There are no questions. I'll make a motion. We accept staff recommendation. Grant final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $78,556.80. Plat to be released upon surety and receipt of security and developers agreement.
Okay,
Second.
Motion with Mr. Gant, second by
Franklin.
Franklin. All I could think of was your first name. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next one is Middle Creek Vistas Phase 1, Section 5.
Yes, this public hearing's request for final plat approval. The project is Middle Creek Vistas Phase 1, Section 5, lots 19 through 27. The file is 2507-210. The developer is Warfield Homes, Inc., and the engineer is Morrison Ritchie Associates. It's located in the Mill Creek District, map 7, parcel 3.2. The project's located approximately 2,500 feet south of the intersection of Sailor's Way and Strobridge Road, with Middle Creek running through the middle of the site. The developer is proposing 9 single-family lots on approximately 1.68 acres to be served by public water and sewer. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $157,077.60. Plat to be released upon receipt of surety and developer's agreement.
And you represent the project again? Okay, this is a public hearing. If you have questions or comments, please come forward.
If there are no questions, move to close public hearing.
Second.
Let the record show that there's no one to speak from the public, so we'll close public hearing. Motion with Mr. Goff, second with Mr. Gant to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing's now closed. Commission members, how about you? Do you have questions of the representative or of the staff?
There are none. I'll make the motion. We accept staff recommendation. Grant final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety amount of $157,077.60. Plat to be released upon receipt of surety and developers agreement.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Gant, second by Mr. Franklin, to accept staff recommendation, and that is to grant final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $157,077.60. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. The next public hearing is Communities of Burwell.
Yes, this public hearing is a request for final plat approval. The project is Communities of Burwell Phase 13, lots A1 through A6, A55 through A59, J1 through J8, K1 through K7, K15 through K54, and L47 through L71. The file is 2502-041. The developer is Burwell Properties LLC, and the surveyor is Roberts Land Surveying. It's located in the Falling Waters District, tax map 13, parcels 10 and 10.4. The site's located on the north side of Knifetown Road, approximately 2,000 feet east of its intersection with Ropp Drive. The project proposes 91 residential lots, 65 townhouses, and 26 single-family on approximately 9.8 acres to be served by public water and sewer. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $1,914,390 even. Plat to be released upon receipt of surety and developer's agreement.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent the project?
Good evening, Saul Trotter, Burwell Properties.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. Opportunity to make your comments known regarding this project. Please come forward, state your name, your address, and any comments you might have regarding Communities of Burwell, Phase 13 with a plethora of lots.
If there is no one, I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Let the record show that there's no one to speak. I have a motion by Mr. Goff, second by Mr. Gant to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing's now closed. Plus, planning commission members, do you have questions of Mr. Trotter or of the staff?
There are none. I make a motion. We accept staff recommendation for final plat contingent upon receipt and surety amount of $1,914,390. Plat to be released upon receipt of surety and developer's agreement.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Gant, second by Mr. Franklin, to accept staff recommendation, and that is to grant final plat approval contingent upon receipt of surety in the amount of $1,914,390. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Checkbook will be smoking when you write that check.
Next public hearing is Ridgeway Meadows.
Yes, this is a public hearing for request for concept plan approval. The project is Ridgeway Meadows, file 2505-151. The developer is Harmony Holdings LLC, and the engineer is Kimberly J. Petrucci. It's located in the Mill Creek District, tax map 17, parcel 27.4. The site's located approximately 600 feet east of Winchester Avenue and approximately 3,000 feet south of Sam Mason Road. The developer is proposing 42 townhome lots on 5.16 acres to be served by public water and sewer. No waivers or exceptions have been requested. On September 3rd, 2025, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision and land development ordinance. The concept plan meets the requirements of the subdivision and land development ordinance. Therefore, staff recommends advancement of the concept plan to the detailed site plan stage.
Do we have anyone to represent the project? Ridgeway Meadows.
Good evening, Kimberly Petrucci.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. Questions or comments on this project, please?
If there are none, I move to close public hearing.
Second.
Let the record show that there is no comments from the public. You have a motion by Mr. Goff, second by Mr. Gant, to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing's now closed. Planning Commission members, how about you? Do you have questions of Ms. Petrucci or of the staff?
All right, I'll make the motion, we accept staff recommendation, for the concept plan.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Gant, second by Mr. Goff, to staff recommendation, and that is to move the concept plan on to the detailed site plan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Thank you.
The next public hearing is Harlan Springs Storage.
Yes, this is a public hearing for a request for preliminary plan extension. The project is Harlan Springs Storage, filed 2509-255, tied to 2102-067. The developer is Townhomes LLC, and the engineer is ILA Properties. It's located in the Hedgesville District, tax map 34, parcel 7.6. This project's located at the intersection of Hedgesville Road and Harlan Springs Road. This project proposes 22 commercial storage buildings on approximately 19 acres. Water and sewer utilities are not proposed. The developer is requesting a 1-year extension of the preliminary plan expiration. Due to changing market supply and demand, the developer is considering the type of storage building that they wish to build. This project's already been extended once for 1 year. The stormwater management facility and the West Virginia Division of Highways entrance for Harlan Springs Storage is shared with Rudders and is already constructed and operational. Since the infrastructure has already been constructed, the developer has shown good faith. Based on the information stated above, staff recommends approval of the 1-year preliminary plan extension request, with the exception that this be the last extension granted. If the developer fails to begin construction prior to the expiration of the preliminary plan, a new concept plan will need to be submitted. The new expiration date of the preliminary plan would be October 18th, 2026.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent Harlan Springs Storage?
Trevor Lloyd, ILA Properties.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. Questions or comments, please?
There is no one. Move to close public hearing.
Second.
Let the record show that there's no one to speak from the public. I have a motion, Mr. Goff, second by Mr. Gant, to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing's now closed. Okay, Planning Commission members, do you want to have any questions of Mr. Lloyd or the staff?
Your Honor, I'll make the motion, we accept staff recommendation and grant the 1-year preliminary plan extension. If the developer fails to construction prior to expiration of the preliminary plan. New concept plan will need to be submitted, and new expiration date of the preliminary plan will be October 18th, 2026.
Second.
Have a motion, Mr. Gant, second by Mr. Franklin, to accept staff recommendation, and that is to grant 1-year extension, a one-time 1-year extension, for the project Harlan Springs storage. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, moving into the preliminary plan approval for High Grove.
Yes, this is a request for preliminary plan approval. The project is High Grove, file 2405-151. The developer is DR Acquisitions LLC, and the engineer is Integrity Federal Services. It's located in the Falling Waters District, tax map 13, parcels 5 and 30. This site's located on Hammonds Mill Road, approximately 1.2 mile west of the Interstate 81 interchange. The developer's proposing 321 single-family detached and 303 single-family attached lots for a total of 624 lots on 160.8 acres to be served by public water and sewer. No waivers or exceptions have been requested. On September 19th, 2025, County Engineer Doug Smith deemed the above-mentioned project compliant with the subdivision ordinance. The preliminary plan meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends advancement of the preliminary plan to the final plat stage.
Okay, do we have, this is not a public hearing. Planning Commission members, do you have questions of the rep?
Rick Perry, Integrity Federal Services, representing the application.
Planning Commission members, do you have questions of the applicant's representative or of the state?
Would just like to be reminded of the distance between the 2 points of entrance to the site. How much gaps between those two?
About 400. I think the minimum for DOH is 150.
Okay. If there are no other questions, I'll make a motion that we accept staff recommendations for advancement of the preliminary plan for the final plan stage.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Gant, to accept staff recommendation, and that is to grant preliminary plat approval. Final, no.
Preliminary plan, the final plat stage. Yeah, you're right.
What are you saying?
I don't know.
To advance the preliminary plat to the final plat stage.
My ears plugged up, hard for me to hear. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing is closed. Project is.
Thank you.
The next project under final plat determination is Boyd's Crossing, Section 3.
Yes, this request for final plat determination is for Boyd's Crossing, Section 3, Phase 1A, lots 1 through 26. The file is 2506-187. The developer is DRB Homes and the surveyor is Morris and Ritchie Associates. It's located in the Mill Creek District, tax map 9, parcel 47. This project's located south of the intersection of Runnymede Road and Soldier Drive. The project proposes 26 lots on 127.56 acres to be served by public water and sewer. No waivers have been requested for this section. County Engineer Doug Smith issued a letter on September 26, 2025, stating that a review of the above-mentioned project was completed and found to be in compliance with the Berkeley County subdivision ordinance. The final plat meets the requirements of the subdivision ordinance, therefore staff recommends final plat determination and advertising of a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the November 3rd, 2025 Planning Commission meeting.
Okay, do we have anyone to represent the project?
Matt Monahan with DRB Homes.
Thank you. Planning Commission members, do you have any questions of Mr. Monahan or of the staff?
I'd like to get clarification. This is 26 lots on 127 acres, or a parcel that is 127 acres and 26 lots being carved out.
26 lots carved out.
number of lots for the second entrance is installed on Runnymede Road.
Okay.
There are 70-some lots that exist on Soldier Drive, which is their only entrance at this time. So basically, all they could plat up right now for final plat approval would be the 26 lots. Once the bridge is installed and that road's open to public use to Runnymede, you're gonna see the rest of this coming.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Any additional questions? If not, ready for motion.
I'll make a motion, we accept staff recommendations for final plat determination and advertising a public hearing for consideration of final plat approval at the November 3rd, 2025 Planning Commission meeting.
Second.
Have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Franklin. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's my name.
To accept staff recommendation, and that is to conduct a public hearing on November 3, 2025, at which time the final plat will be determined for approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Good. Do you have anything about the comprehensive plan? No? You had a meeting on the 18th. Was it very well attended? No? Nobody?
Mr. Lewis came. Steve and Eddie.
Good. Okay.
And we had 2 county commissioners.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just moving along.
They're writing it and they're handing us the chapters as they finish them up. I mean, these chapters that we looked whenever last time was like 12 pages.
Yeah.
Not too much, but they're doing their thing and waiting on them.
Okay.
Move to adjourn.
No
Feels
other
good to be
business.
waiting on somebody else, don't it?
No other business. I have a motion of Mr. Goff to adjourn at 6:42. Second, Mr. Gant. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?